Hi guys, this is Rahul, and let us begin with the analysis on the basis of the last week that has just gone by. Now let's start with the Nifty index. This is a weekly chart, and if you remember, 1 or 2 weeks back, as I had mentioned, that there would be a higher price to go short, right? We were expecting that. You can see price did a rejection last week, last week, and last week we have this strong bullish candle which has come and reached the first resistance, right? So we have already reached the resistance here, which means this is the price that we were looking at to start going short. Again, on the daily chart, if you see, we have reached the resistance. So I was expecting the market to reach back to this price before it starts to fall. So I'm expecting the downtrend to resume in this week, right? But it is always a market, and if you go to the lower time frame, you can see on the 4-hour chart we are already above the recent resistance, which is now turned into support. There has been a crossover, okay, which is quite minor, but we see major resistance at 10,056. All right, so I would not be surprised if there is a spike till 10,056. Although there's a high chance that market can fall from here, but it can also spike up to 10,000 and then start to fall. Although we all know the situation of the economy, we know what is happening. We know the downtrend has already begun. This is just a pullback. But then again, for the market to fall, it would be better to start falling from a higher price, because a lot of people with a lot of money would want to short from a higher price. So which is the reason why you can see a spike up till here. There's a high possibility. So you would have to check whether the market is ready to short on the basis of the swing lows on the lower time frame. So if we see a very strong breakout of this recent low at 9380, then we know that the downtrend is resuming. All right. Or if we see a consolidation and a breakout. So for the confirmation, we will have to rely on the lower time frames. But in terms of prices, yes, this is the ideal price to short. But then be careful, because market can spike even till about the 10,000 range. More so because if you look at the other stocks, like the consumer stocks, Reliance, most of the other participants of the Nifty index, they are looking bullish for this week. So there could be a spike, right? So I would be bearish, but I'd be looking for the confirmation before I start to short. That would be the plan for this week. That's the view on Nifty. And let us now take a look at Bank Nifty. Let us start with the weekly chart. You can see we have a bullish engulfing, which means we can expect the market to go up further till this resistance of 21,172. Okay, that is a possibility. So this is the weekly chart. On the daily chart, again, we can see we have the next resistance at 21,300. So these could be the levels which can get tested again. So I would not like to short Bank Nifty immediately unless I see some swing low breaking on the lower time frames, like the hourly chart or below, with convincing candles, with body dominating candles. All right. Also, some of you have posted on our channel about the reason why Bank Nifty shot up. See, I'd like to clarify. We do not get into a reason, because technical analysis does not talk about the why of the market. It just tells you what's happening. So I myself do not dig into why the market went up, because that can contradict with the technicals. Although we can all see that the technicals will give you a particular indication of what we can expect from the market, and in my experience, I've seen the news eventually comes in favor of the direction that you see on the chart, right? So technicals give you a signal or an indication, and then the news comes in favor of the same technical. So we don't get into why something happened. We just look at what we're expecting technically, and then try to enter at the right price. So again, this week, there's a chance that market can retest the nearby resistance before it starts to fall. That does not mean there's a change of trend. It is just a pullback. So we need to be careful in terms of going short, because technically market shows that the resistance can be tested again. But once you reach the resistance and you see some confirmations on, say, hourly chart or 15-minute chart with proper consolidation and breakouts, it will be time to go short. So either this week or the next week is when I'm expecting the downtrend to actually resume for both Nifty, Bank Nifty, and all the other markets, except certain stocks. So if you look at the banking stocks, they're all showing signs of retracement. We're not getting there because they are in a downtrend and showing signs of retracement. But what I want to show you is the consumer stocks. If you see Hindustan Unilever, the trend is still intact. It is still a bullish trend. Market is in an upward move, right? Taking good support at all these levels. This is the support of the moving average. This is as per the 1362 strategy. And here you see we have a reversal confirmation, right? So expecting this to be bullish for this week because the trend is also bullish. ITC, if you see, we have a swing low and a higher low and then a breakout or a body dominating candle closing above the recent swing high. That is basically the zigzag strategy entry here. But again, the target would be the next resistance, which is 227. So Hindustan Unilever, ITC looking strongly bullish. Asian Paint, again, if you can see, there is this strong support at 1510, which was tested multiple number of times, right? More than 5 times it was tested in the last couple of weeks. And you can see the price is already starting to move up. So once this range is broken, we can expect the price to touch 1838. That would be the next target. And this can happen in this week itself. Looking at Nifty showing signs of further correction. Again, Britannia, if you see, is on the upward move. We have a range here. So the range is not yet broken. I would say the range is breaking after a breakout of 3582. But till here, you can target. And if we have this price being broken, then the next move can start. Again, Nestle India, we can see price went up, did a minor pullback, tested the previous support, and now showing the trend resuming. On Titan, we can see the price is getting rejected. Buyers are coming in at the 200-day moving average, 200-week moving average actually, which is very, very strong, and also the previous support. So you can expect the uptrend to resume from here. Now, the pharma companies, as we all know, have changed their trend and started moved on the upside. So Cipla is looking bullish, strongly bullish. Last week was a big candle. Then we had some minor pullbacks, and I'm expecting the target of 679 to be tested in this week. Then we have Sun Pharma, but we have nearby resistance, so not a big target here. 512 is what we will be looking at first. If that breaks, then the next upward trend might resume. Dr. Reddy, again, you can see we have confirmations that the market would pull up, but we have nearby resistance at 4385. That would be the next target here. Reliance had pulled itself back up. There was some minor pullbacks, but it is getting rejected again. So we can expect the market to retest 1590 or 1600 level, which was tested previously. This can be tested anytime now. In Grasim, although it's in a downward trend, but it has broken the recent resistance, right? So you can expect the market to retest the next resistance at 707. All right, that's it from my side for this week. As I mentioned again earlier, that we are expecting the downtrend to begin, but be careful because there can be further upward spikes before the downtrend resumes, right? So try to short at the best price possible after confirmations from the lower time frames. All right, you can capture the retracement this week if you get a good entry with a decent risk to reward. That's it from my side. See you guys again next week. Thank you. Bye.